This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. 3 more executions are set to take place in Florida over the next month under a death warrant signed Tuesday by Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. 59-year-old Curtis Wyndham is set to die by lethal injection August 28th in the state with the highest number of executions this year. 8 other executions have taken place in Florida this year, with a 9th scheduled for today and a 10th scheduled for August 19th. Edward Zacharzewski will be put to death tonight. He pleaded guilty in 1996 to 3 counts of first-degree murder and the killings of his wife and 2 young children. After Florida, Texas, and South Carolina are tied for the highest number of executions, with 4 each this year. Florida has reduced teacher vacancies by almost 18%, according to Governor Ron DeSantis. WMNF's Chris Young reports DeSantis joined other state officials in Tampa yesterday to make the announcement, while also blasting teachers' unions.
Governor Ron DeSantis celebrated the drop in vacancies and said the state dedicated over $5.9 billion to teacher pay increases. DeSantis and others accused teacher unions of using teacher salary bumps as leverage to promote a, quote, agenda.
You had 6, 7, 8 months went by where some of these unions were holding up the pay increases for the teachers.
It's a claim that Rob Crete, president of the Hillsborough County Teachers Association, denies.
We are 50th in the nation in teacher salary. We want to always find as many dollars as we can and have that flow to the employees that desperately need them.
The HCTA is currently in negotiations with the school district. Crete says negotiations are a struggle due to the late passage of the state budget and because Florida's Department of Education hasn't paid out districts fully for last year. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Calling the last U.S. Census flawed, Governor Ron DeSantis expressed agreement with President Trump's proposal to conduct a new census ahead of schedule. The last census began in 2020 under Trump, and the next isn't scheduled until 2030. During a roundtable on education in Tampa yesterday, DeSantis said that a new census would benefit Florida.
I do think the Trump administration is going to put in for a census that is not going to count foreign nationals, that is just going to count U.S. citizens. And that's really the way, I think that's what the founding fathers intended.
Meanwhile, Politico is reporting that DeSantis is seriously looking at asking the Florida legislature to redraw the state's existing congressional map, despite the fact that Republicans already hold a 20-8 edge over Democrats. Texas is currently embroiled in a controversial mid-decade redistricting that could result in Republicans picking up 5 additional seats there. A legal challenge to the hastily built immigration detention center in the Florida Everglades was filed in the wrong venue. That's what government attorneys argued yesterday in the first of 2 hearings over the legality of so-called alligator Alcatraz in a lawsuit brought by environmental groups. Attorney Jesse Panuccio, who represents the state of Florida, argued that even though the property is owned by Miami-Dade County, Florida's Southern District is the wrong venue since the detention center is located in neighboring Collier County in the state's Middle District. Friends of the Everglades attorney Paul Schweip acknowledged that the lawsuit could have been filed in any of several districts, but argued that the facility could have significant impacts on the cities, the environment, and the drinking water of Miami-Dade County, making the Southern District an appropriate venue. U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams did not rule on the venue challenge yesterday. Any decision about whether to move the case could also influence a separate lawsuit brought by civil rights advocates who say that detainees at Alligator Alcatraz have been denied access to attorneys and immigration courts. In weather, it's going to be another scorcher today with a high of 93. A heat advisory is in effect until 7 p.m. We'll see a low of only 82 tonight and just a 30% chance of afternoon rain. And the same forecast is on tap for Friday. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.